Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Prathmesh. Without wasting our time, let's begin. And if you like, please like, share, and subscribe.
Every week, the modern office forces you through the exact same loop. You compile Monday morning reports, draft routine follow-up emails, and manually format the same proposal you have already built 20 times. It is a massive drain on your working hours. This flowchart represents traditional software automation. Older tools operate on a strict sequential chain of command. Step 1 connects to Step 2, moving data in a rigid line. But if one variable changes, the operational chain fails. Anthropic's Routines feature uses agentic, self-healing logic. It dynamically routes around the roadblock, reasoning a new connection entirely on its own. Previously, artificial intelligence required an open laptop and active, constant prompting. Routines operate continuously on their own dedicated cloud servers. You can shut your laptop, put it in a drawer, and walk away. Entrusting complex tasks to a digital entity capable of independent reasoning represents the shift from manual oversight to actual delegation. Building this kind of autonomous system requires a specific architecture. Think of it like onboarding a new digital employee. To function, this system relies on 3 core pillars: access, know-how, and a job description. Pillar 1 is access. Secure connectors allow the AI to read and write data within existing workspaces like Gmail and Slack, making external commands actionable. The second pillar is know-how. Unstructured tasks require an engine that can think. Anthropic provides this cognitive layer through its newly updated flagship model, Opus 4.7, which allows the routine to execute assignments without a human supervisor. To test this organizational reasoning, Anthropic ran a visual intelligence benchmark. They fed the Opus 4.7 model 20 chaotic, blurry screenshots of unstructured bank statements and told it to clean up the mess. As scattered documents funnel in, the model doesn't just extract text, it identifies branding and outputs a structured bar chart. In another benchmark, from plain English, it independently designed a complex, multi-layered website wireframe, complete with functional filters. An autonomous workflow holds no value if it lacks high-level competence. The Opus 4.7 brain provides the precise reasoning layer necessary for a system to operate independently. The third and final pillar is the job description, which uses triggers to activate the routine. We can see how this works by examining a standard business-to-business client proposal workflow. Normally, a human executes this task sequentially. You read the initial meeting notes, research the client's company, design the presentation deck, and message the team. This compares that slow, sequential process against Claude's architecture. Operating in the cloud allows parallel processing. It pulls notes, researches the client, and builds the deck simultaneously. A 6-hour task collapses entirely into seconds, and your hardware does no heavy lifting. Parallel processing effectively decouples the volume of work from the hours available in a human day. Multi-app enterprise workflows no longer have to wait for a person to manually click through each and every single individual step. Consider the math. A single client proposal often consumes 5 hours of team time, costing over 3,000 rupees in salary and overhead. Claude executes that same workflow for a fraction of a 2,000 rupee monthly subscription, operating on a loop at no additional cost. Shifting the burden of work from a human to a machine requires actionable deployment. You can construct 5 specific background systems today to reclaim your hours. System 1 is a daily news digest that checks specific publications at 8 a.m. and emails you a curated summary. System 2 is a sales follow-up bot that sweeps your CRM database to locate and re-engage leads that have gone cold. System 3 is a content scheduler that reads your calendar databases and automatically formats and posts your daily updates. System 4 is a meeting prep assistant that quietly researches tomorrow's appointments while you sleep, emailing you a comprehensive dossier before dawn. System 5 is an expense tracker. It passively scans your inbox for incoming receipts, extracts the relevant financial data, and organizes it directly into a spreadsheet. Deploying invisible, continuously running background systems can feel deeply unnatural. We are accustomed to treating artificial intelligence as a prompt and response tool that requires our constant supervision. The shift from reactive prompting to background execution creates a workforce that manages itself. Staying competitive now requires moving past the chat box and toward actual delegation. Every Monday starts the same way. You open your laptop and face a wall of unread messages, flagged threads, and endless inbox triage. Up until now, dealing with that pile meant losing an hour of your morning or paying an assistant to clear it for you. But Anthropic just released a feature for Claude that handles this repetitive cognitive labor entirely on its own. By the end of this video, you will have built a custom AI system that reads your Gmail inbox, pulls the most important messages, writes a tight summary, and pushes it directly to your team's Slack channel every single hour. To get this running, you only need 4 things: the Claude desktop app, a Gmail account, a Slack workspace, and absolutely zero coding knowledge. This setup is the first step in offloading the manual data entry and summary tasks that typically eat up your first hour of work. Let's start the build. Open your Claude desktop app. Look down the left sidebar under the Code section. Click the New button labeled Routines and hit New Routine. Right away, the system asks you to make a choice about where this automation will live, local or remote. We are choosing remote. When you select this, Claude spins up its own tiny computer in the cloud. That means once you hit run, you can shut your laptop and walk away. The routine keeps working. Let's name this routine Email Brief. Right below that is the instructions box. You don't need any technical language here. You just write what you want the AI to do in plain English. This is exactly where most people get stuck. When an AI routine fails, 9 times out of 10, it's because the prompt was too vague. To make this bulletproof, we use the Pro's 3-part prompting rule. Your instructions must include a specific target, a specific destination, and a specific format. For Rule 1, instead of saying, "check my emails," we tell Claude exactly what to grab. Read the last 3 emails I received. For Rule 2, we don't let the AI guess where to put the result. We state the exact destination. Post the summary to the Team Updates channel in Slack. And finally, Rule 3, we dictate the exact structure. We add, provide 1 sentence for each email, formatted strictly as bullet points. Treat the AI exactly like a highly capable, completely literal entry-level worker. Give it ruthlessly precise instructions and it will execute perfectly. Now that the AI knows what to do, we have to tell it when to do it. Scroll down to the Triggers panel. This is the mechanical alarm clock that wakes the AI. Click Add Trigger, select Schedule, and set it to run hourly. Next, we move down to Connectors. By default, Claude gives itself access to 15 different applications. We need to isolate this environment. Clear all of those default connections out so we can strictly limit what the AI can see and touch. We need 2 connections, Gmail as the origin and Slack as the destination. Clicking Connect opens the Google login. Hit Allow, and the Gmail handshake is complete. Repeat this exact process for Slack. Hit Allow, and you're done. Combining a rigid timeline with secure access, your instructions now operate as a scheduled background process. All 3 pieces are in place. Hit Create to finalize the build, and then click Run Now to initiate a manual test. Direct your attention to the execution log panel on the right side of the screen. This shows exactly what Claude is doing in the background. You can see it actively searching Gmail, pulling the latest context, sorting the raw messages, and getting Slack ready to receive the data. Right now, leave the AI interface entirely and open up your Slack app to await the drop. There it is. 3 clean, 1-line email summaries formatted exactly as requested, appearing natively in the team chat without a single keystroke from you. Think about the mechanics of what just occurred. A multi-step cognitive task, reading, comprehending, distilling, and publishing, just successfully completed itself from start to finish. And because we set this up on a remote environment, you can physically close your laptop right now. An hour from now, this exact cycle will repeat itself automatically. This email triage build is the foundational blueprint. Once you combine access, know-how, and clear instructions, the logic applies anywhere. You can point this exact same framework at your CRM to draft follow-ups for cold leads every evening, or link it to your roll-in calendar to automatically schedule your social media posts. Take a hard look at your own weekly workflow. Find the single most tedious, repetitive task that drains your time. Building your first routine gives you a template for how autonomous software actually works, shifting the task of reporting from your to-do list to your background processes.